Well, I was born in Jackson, Mississippi. I was raised in Chicago, Illinois. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I got infatuated with the worst things I probably could in life. Drugs, women, money, things of that nature. And it just spun out of control from there. Well, my dad, he's a drug dealer. I really don't know him all that well, but from what I know, he's a drug dealer addict just like I am, so he did what he did, I did what I did. I guess I was a spawn of the man that made me. I grew up with Rico. Rico was my boy, man. He showed me how to make money, get respect. Anybody did anything he said because the fear he installed in people. He had everything I thought was like the American dream at the time. He was an older dude. He took care of me, basically. Where I'm from Chicago, it's like a lot of gangs everywhere. So he wouldn't let nobody mess with me. He was just like, man, could you hold this for me one day? And I was like, sure. I was in school and people used to ask for drugs and I always was around them, so I just started selling them. I think I was like 6th grade. Somebody asked me for some marijuana. I sold them an ounce of marijuana. My first transaction. If it went from marijuana to cocaine to ecstasy to whatever I get my hands on to sell. So I started smoking marijuana when I was young. It was more than crack, it was more than weed. We sold acid and bombing fluid, we didn't care. Anything to make money, anything to make a profit, we sold. And it was really about the respect thing and the money. I ended up joining the gang probably like 1995. And it went from me being by myself to me recruiting people to be with me. And I started like a little empire of people that wanted money, that felt like I felt, that wanted protection, wanted to get high, wanted to make some money. So it started slowly and it progressed to be a big clique of people that ran what we did in our town.
I was a single parent, so I was working 9 to 5, and then I would go to school at night from 5 to 10. And he knew what time I would be home, so he would do what he was going to do all day and half the night and be home like the good son in bed, asleep when I got home. And the next morning, had no problem getting up, going to school. In Chicago, he was in the streets, he was running with the wrong guys, he got caught up with the wrong people. In '99, after a long bout with going to court and talking to judges and police officers about him and what was going on in his life, finally a judge in the courthouse looked me in the eye and said, "Ma'am, no matter what happens around here, your son is going to always be the first one that they come after." He said, "If you can get out, get out." I took that to heart and I started searching around for places to go. My first thought was, well, I wasn't going to go back to Mississippi because it was just out of the question. And then I thought Memphis, and I thought, well, that's just next door to Mississippi. And one of my classmates, I was talking to him and he said, why don't you consider moving to Nashville? And I thought, Nashville? He didn't want to come, but he had no choice. This is what we had to do to get away.
It was was just like I was living a dream that was really a nightmare. And it turned me out to be, you know, a person I didn't want to be, and I ended up having to move here because I got in a lot of trouble. So I moved to Nashville for selling drugs and gang banging and doing all the crazy things I was doing. She wanted to move to Nashville to get away from all the crazy stuff that was going on. Because I had got kicked out of school in Chicago. I was like outlawed from a part of Chicago. So we moved here in 1999 to get a fresh start. And of course, being the addict that I am, I found the worst people to hang around. I started selling drugs down here just like I did up there. I formed me a little empire once again. It was me and my homeboy G. We did what we did. Anything to make money. I was in clubs, strip clubs, age of 15, 16. I moved out of my mama's house when I was like 16, 17, because I wanted to, you know, do what I wanted to do. She was being a mother, a good mother, and I was wanted to do what I wanted to do. By then, the drugs took a hold. The money, the power, the prestige, had took a hold of everything I wanted to do. I think it was like 2002, 2003. It was somewhere in there, and somebody called me for a pound of dro. And I guess they wanted to rob me for it.
Mama, I've been shot.
Oh, this is the worst pain I've ever felt.
It was heartbreaking, you know, to hear that your only son has been shot, and it was nerve-wracking.
It burned. But the crazy part about it, I didn't learn anything. I bled all over my friend's car. I almost died. I lost 8 pints of blood. And the part of it all, I didn't learn nothing. I got out the hospital doing the same thing I was doing. Riding around looking for the guy that shot me. I checked out of the hospital in 24 hours, I think, because I couldn't stay, couldn't sit. I was too irritated. I wanted revenge, honestly. From all the running years of selling drugs, I finally got caught. You know, I thought I was untouchable for so long because I never even had got a ticket. So I felt like we were untouchable, and they ended up getting caught with a lot of drugs. Ended up going to jail. I got caught with like 100 and some grams of coke, probably like $10,000. Ended up going to jail. But the crazy part about it, I got right out. And it didn't do anything. Like, it didn't faze me none. So I got out and did it again. Got some charges dropped and did it again. And this time I got stuck there. Well, 2010, I ended up getting 2 8-year sentences ran consecutive. And I decided it was probably time to change, you know. I got a few months in there where I could clear my mind. I wasn't getting high anymore. And I was like, it's time to do something different. And I met a few people that were in recovery. And that's where all of us spawned into a different thing. I ended up going to a long-term rehab. I met some great people at this long-term rehab, and it changed my life. Well, I was at DC and to succeed in that program, people from outside meetings would have to come and pick you up and take you to a meeting. And it just showed me how compassionate other people are about you, because they'll waste their time, their gas, their money to come pick you up and take you to a meeting just to recover. I seen they had things that I wanted that I didn't have to sell drugs to get. So that caught my eye. You know, I didn't have to live that life to have these things. And it wasn't even just like things that money buy. It wasn't material things. It was just like, you know, life things. Love, respect, compassion for other humans. And, you know, It made me want to be a different person. Honestly, I put her through hell. It's like the things I was doing didn't make any sense. You know, I feel bad about it because she didn't deserve to go through none of it.
Since he's been in DC4, his head is not quite as hard as it used to be. I think he's finally, you know, after you get a certain age, you find out that I don't know everything. You know, if I had listened to Mom when she was telling me all the stuff I didn't want to hear, I probably wouldn't have been in the situation that I'm in now. So DC4, I feel, has made him grow up, pay attention to life, to what's going on in the world, and not what's going on just in his world. He's adapting well to not being an addict anymore. You know, I just like his overall attitude now. He's got a different attitude. He treats people as people and not as somebody he can just step on and keep going.
Bet you wouldn't kiss him.
Now, we don't do all that. Go ahead on, mama.
Did you get that?
I'm Phillip. I'm an uncle. I'm a son. I'm a father, a rapper, and a recovering addict. I'm from Antioch. I have 3 years clean, and we do recover.